Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lakerland episode. What is this? 5 now? 5
Four.
or 4?
Four.
It's been 4. Sorry, I was about episode 5, but episode 4. Welcome
He
back.
turned up.
Light
He
out.
ready to rock.
I'm light out. ZZ's dad brought in the shades because I'm ready to roll today. We have a great episode, and we got a promotion, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you guys noticed, but we started an hour earlier, meaning that this is a 2-hour show on Sundays now. So congrats to all of you that have been supporting us. Round of applause for you guys. Appreciate the love. But besides that, Z, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm ready for this Pau and AD debate for real, because I'm trying to see just how smart of a Laker fan you really are, right? Seven, you too, for real. Just letting y'all know.
Man, y'all already know how I'm coming, man. I'm chill. I am chill this afternoon. We got 2 hours. We done doubled up on the time. So, I am feeling good. Welcome back, people, to Lakerland. Salute to you guys, man. Y'all already know how we coming this Sunday afternoon. Shout out to the NBA community. And, of course, big up to our Players' Choice family. Y'all know we about to make a movie here this afternoon on Lakerland. Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and most importantly, man, become a member of the Players' Choice family. Join our membership today. We got an unbelievable show this afternoon, episode number 4. Y'all already know the vibes, man. So just real quick, just wanted to give y'all a quick rundown. So this afternoon, we're starting a new segment here on Lakerland. We're going to start off every show with a jump ball segment. It's going to be a one-on-one, very intense, very unfiltered, uninterrupted debate. We're going to chop it in. The great thing about the jump ball segment is that Lakerland, you guys will be very involved in the jump ball segment. At the end of the debate, it's going to be up to you guys to decide in the live chat who won this one-on-one debate. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what you guys have to say about the jump ball segment. Of course, we got Anthony Davis, Pau Gasol. Who is the better second option when we talk about the Laker greats between the two? We're going to chop it up about that. Also, Giannis Antetokounmpo talks about him leaving the Milwaukee Bucks. Could he wind up in Los Angeles, man? We got a boatload of things to talk about. So buckle up. Welcome to Lakerland, boys and girls. Fellas, y'all ready to rock?
Take your eyebrow and put it back in place. What are you doing?
I'm ready.
Ooh.
I'm ready.
What are you doing?
He gave
I'm
you,
ready for the jump
he
ball
gave you the
segment.
rock eyebrow, bro. That's how we doing.
I'm ready.
All right, boys and girls, let's not waste no time. Let's get into it. Let's get into our jump ball segment. This week is going to be, of course, between ZZ and Light Out in our jump ball segment. Give me 1 second. Let me get ZZ and Light Out where they need to be.
Here we
Fellas,
go. Here we go.
Here we go. Jump ball segment question. In this upcoming season, I am ranking Austin Reeves above Klay Thompson. Am I inbounds or out of bounds?
You are inbounds. I mean, you could just say that Austin Reeves right now is the most reliable. I mean, when we look about third options, we're looking at LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and who's the third option? We're talking about Austin Reeves. I mean, you could tell about his future. You could see his potential, not off just the playoffs, but Team USA, although they didn't win gold, he was a good part. He was a good part of that squad. I mean, I don't think he's a top 20 player in the league right now, but I could see him jumping into that and start making a conversation, maybe becoming an all-star first time this year. Austin Reeves had in these playoffs alone, you could tell that this man is making the jump. This is his second year going into this third. Austin Reeves was a pivotal player for the Lakers when he came into the playoffs. He was one of the main reasons we won most of those games, and he's the most consistent player we got in LA. Unlike Klay Thompson, I don't have to worry about him not showing up, especially in big moments, aka Lakers against the Golden State Warriors, when who was always showing up? Austin Reeves.
There's no way that you just said big moments and you were going to talk about one playoff series alone between these two, the only playoff series that they've had against each other. Listen, man, I understand why someone would say Austin Reeves from a potential standpoint, but for me, I think that the Klay slander is overshadowing every single argument that you have for Austin Reeves, bro. Let's take a look at Klay Thompson last year. Are we asking, if we ask ourselves who the better shooter is between Austin Reeves and Klay Thompson, it's Klay Thompson. If we ask ourselves who the better defender is, I'm still going to slightly edge out Klay Thompson because Austin Reeves doesn't move.
He's not the same defender.
He ain't the same defender, but Austin Reeves ain't been that defender like Klay Thompson ever has been. And granted,
I mean, you can make an argument that Austin Reeves is a better defender, though. It's not that he's not.
Granted, Austin Reeves is 25 years old. Do I think A. Reeves got that dog? Yeah, I think AR got that dog in him. So to say that he could end up better than Klay Thompson going into at the end of this season, that's not a stretch. But for me, I'm looking at what Klay Thompson did last year, and I'm looking at what he did when Steph Curry was out. You can point to what Austin Reeves did when Braun was.
Let's talk.
Hey, I gave you your time. You can point to Austin Reeves throughout the time that LeBron was out, but I'll lean more towards Anthony Davis's production than Austin Reeves, even though it was phenomenal and like Ryan said, reliable. But let's be honest. Let's ask LeBron James if he'd rather have Klay Thompson shooting them threes or Austin Reeves. I think he's going to pick Killer Klay Thompson. But go ahead, Ryan.
Light Out Sports does have a logo on his polo. That's thank you, Shaq, for saying that. But another thing, Austin Reeves. Let's talk about that dog. Let's talk about that dog mentality, right? What is the one thing? And thank you, Haley, from the Golden State Warriors, president over there. She said that Klay Thompson's biggest problem is Klay Thompson himself because he gets in his head way too much. Austin Reeves, you could just tell that it doesn't matter who is in front of him. It doesn't matter what's the moment. Austin Reeves is going to be Austin Reeves. It don't matter when it happened, right? Because when we look at the Lakers, before Russell Westbrook was traded, Austin Reeves was getting buckets. After he got traded, Austin Reeves was still getting buckets on a better squad that made it to the Western Conference Finals. So he's still one player that has played consistent when they needed him more, when Russell Westbrook was there, because there was not a lot of production when it came to scoring. And when they got the production in that team, Austin Reeves was still Austin Reeves. So it's not crazy to say that Austin Reeves coming into this season will be better than Klay Thompson. Because Klay Thompson, again, he is in his head too much. He is still trying to figure out how I could be the Klay Thompson that I was in 2016 or whenever he got injured. I think it was in 2018 NBA Finals that he tore his ACL, right? That he tore his ACL. He has never been the same defender. He has never had the same dog anymore. And when we look at Game 6 Klay, when we expected him, when we look at Game 6 Klay this specific season, there was no Game 6 Klay when it was with Sacramento or when it was with the Lakers. No Game 6 Klay. You know who was there? Game 6 Austin. Game 6 it didn't matter what happened. Austin Reeves always showed up, and I could say right now confidently that Austin Reeves is better than Klay Thompson.
So here's my thing, right? When I look at Austin Reeves and I'm comparing a second-year player to somebody who's been in the league for over 10 years with more moments in his career than the other guy, more championships experience than the other guy, more great playoff moments than the other guy.
Perfect.
It's that simple. When we talk about Klay Thompson and the thing that Haley said that you were alluding to about him getting into his own head, when you're Klay Thompson and you go through two of the worst basketball injuries that you could possibly ask for, not only that, but then you have to deal with the media and social media telling you already from off rip. People were saying Klay isn't going to be good anymore when he gets back. He isn't going to be able to dribble. He can't create for himself. All of this stuff. As I sit back and I watch Klay Thompson last year drop 54 points on the Atlanta Hawks.
Thank you.
Threes on the Houston Rockets. Lead the league in threes. Lead the entire league in threes with over 300 made. Shooting it at an efficient clip at that. And I compare it to Austin Reeves and I say to myself, bro's been in the league for 2 years. Hasn't even averaged over 15 a game yet for a season. So if Austin Reeves is able to go out there and average 20 or more points per game, you're there. I'm with you. Cool. You can make the argument. I'm not even going to be mad at it. But until that happens, I'm still going to pick Klay Thompson. It's just that simple.
Let me go ahead and read this guy's chat before we end this debate. If Klay's injuries are getting in his head, that's a negative towards Klay. Thank you so much, antisocial.
Really? So with all of that, right, with Klay Thompson getting into his own head, like I said before I was really interrupted, Klay Thompson led the league in threes. Klay Thompson did significantly more from an individual standpoint than Austin Reeves did last season. That's not egregious to say. Go back and look at the stat sheet. You could look at the percentages shooting the ball wise. You could look at the defensive statistics or whatever, the eye test, if you will. It's that simple. Austin Reeves is not a guy that they look at and say, yeah, Austin, because of your high motor, we're going to throw you on Steph Curry when we play him or Kyrie Irving. Or like they're not looking at Austin and saying, go guard the best player. That's
No,
I don't
but we're
even think
looking
that's
at
gonna.
Austin. We're looking at Austin and saying,
even think that's
let's
gonna
get some
happen
buckets,
on
and he gets you
team.
buckets.
Yeah,
When-
Klay gets me buckets too.
And,
Klay gets me
in
buckets
pivotal
too.
in pivotal moments in Laker games this season, Austin Reeves has been the closer for our team.
Yes, Austin Reeves has been the closer by default because LeBron James is injured or Anthony Davis is. It's that
And
simple.
with all that, so that helps Austin Reeves. That helps my case. That helps my case.
Bring Ryan back. Bring him back.
Doesn't that help my case that Austin Reeves it will get better because LeBron James and Anthony Davis is getting injured, so he's getting more experience on the floor of him showing up in big moments.
So let me ask you this question, Ryan. When Austin Reeves is on fire, right? You've seen them throughout the regular season. Who's better when they're on fire? Is it Austin Reeves?
No.
Or is it
Klay.
And Klay Thompson throughout his entire career, if you watch Klay Thompson, you can say that when people talk about inconsistencies, they did the same thing with Chris Middleton. The difference is when Klay's cold, he's in his head for sure. That's what shooters do. They're mad. They need the shot back. When Klay's on fire, there's an argument for him being the best player on the entire court because he's that untouchable.
When was the last time? And that's my thing. When was the last time we said that about Klay? Especially this season. This season we said that. This season we said that. No one has said that this regular season.
Against Atlanta.
No,
40 and 10 threes against the Rockets.
No one. So Austin Reeves. I'd rather have someone that's more consistent throughout the regular season. Because here's the thing:
you want somebody that's giving you 13 a game compared to a guy that's giving you 20 a game.
I want someone.
And if he's on fire, can drop 50 points.
So you're a gambling man? That's what you want?
A gambling man for a guy that has 4 championships and a 10+ year career over a guy that's 2.
About his career.
You're talking about me gambling?
You're talking about his career.
No. You're talking about me gambling right now with a guy that has played 10+ years over a guy that we're seeing going into year 3. You're talking about I'm gambling. You're gambling.
You're bringing up championships. You're bringing up moments that are in the past. I'm talking about going into
I'm talking about last season. You just said. No. You just said.
Austin Reeves is the most consistent player. He's the most consistent player when it comes to Klay Thompson.
Yes, he can consistently give me 13 a game. That's great. That's fucking amazing.
Klay Thompson.
Listen. No, before you ask the question,
all right, wait a minute. We gotta let you get your last rocks off. We want to get to the votes. What's your last thoughts, Easy?
Let me say this. You just told me that when Austin Reeves was given the opportunity, if LeBron and Anthony Davis, and he has to go out there and be the closer, we've seen what he's done. Klay Thompson didn't have Steph Curry for the entire month of January and led the Warriors to a winning record without an Anthony Davis type guy as the clear-cut second option. Klay was leading that squad. Klay led that squad and had an incredible stretch without Steph Curry. Incredible. So I don't understand what we're talking about here when we're talking about me gambling on Klay Thompson from what he showed me last season in the regular season compared to Austin Reeves. Because how many times did Austin Reeves drop 50 last year, or 40, or 10 threes, or 8 threes? I'm talking about these aren't empty stats games. This is what Klay Thompson was called upon to do when his other splash brother was out. I saw this with my own eyes. The chat, for some reason, some of them, not all of them, but some people in the chat seem to have forgotten what Klay Thompson did last season. The Warriors were dysfunctional. I get that. But at the head of that snake, Klay Thompson was the head of that snake when guys were out, Steph and Andrew Wiggins included, and led them to a winning record.
Seven, can I end with this? I'm gonna end with this, and this is a question not towards Z, but this is towards the chat, and I'm gonna end it right here. So we could agree that Klay Thompson is the second option on the Golden State Warriors, Steph Curry and Klay. I mean, one of the greatest backcourts in NBA history, but I'm not looking at the history. I'm looking about right now. Okay,
I'm not.
So Klay,
we're talking about Klay didn't play in Team USA, Lyle. He didn't play for Team USA.
Whoa, let me finish. Let me get this off. Let me get this off. Let me get this off.
Yeah. Get it off. We need to get these votes in.
Klay Thompson, right? Klay Thompson averaging 21 points a game last season. He's the second option. Austin Reeves, second option. Austin Reeves is the third option. Now the question is, how much would Klay Thompson average if you just put him as the third option on the Lakers? And that's not towards you. That is towards the chat. And I'm done on whatever I have to say.
Imagine LeBron James driving down the lane on a fast break. It's 2-on-1. And he's not averaging 21. He's got Klay Thompson on the wing. You mean to tell me that LeBron and Klay wouldn't work? That's crazy. That's
He's not
egregious.
averaging 21.
That's egregious. That's really crazy. And you know damn well Austin Reeves is not dead.
All right, Lakerland, it's up to you guys now.
Bro. The defense of Austin Reeves is crazy that you're trying to act as if it's somehow, some way significantly better than Klay Thompson because Klay Thompson had an MCL tear. But that's nasty. That's really nasty. Chad, it's up to y'all.
Lakerland, it's up to y'all now. It's up. We good?
Yo, we hear you.
Y'all finish your statement so we can get the votes in.
Yeah, no, we good. I'm done.
Oh, apparently.
All right, Lakerland, we finally wrapped up this jump. What you say, ZZ?
I said Haley might join this actually to come at Ryan for calling her out like 3 times in this tape.
All
right, who won the? Let's get to the bottom line right now. Where we at right now? Who won this jump ball debate? Was it ZZ? Was it Light Out? We had Klay Thompson versus Austin Reeves. I had Austin Reeves ranked above Klay. ZZ made his case for Klay Thompson. Light Out made his case for Austin Reeves. Who do you guys feel won this jump ball? Big Storm says he got ZZ by a mile. Salute the Big Storm in the building, part of the Players Choice family. Shout out to you, Big Storm. We got Blaze Pyro in the building. He said he got ZZ handling his thing. Black Net Med is in the building. He got ZZ. Antisocial. Salute the Antisocial. We got Lights Out winning this debate. Lone Goat. ZZ winning this debate. Honcho is in the building. Salute the Honcho, part of the Players Choice family. He got Lights Out in this Austin Reeves, Klay Thompson debate. So, fellas, it looks like this was a close one. I think by one vote, 4 to 2. We got ZZ.
We got another one.
We got another one. 5 to 2. AJ got ZZ over Lights Out.
Antisocial just said this. Let me just say this real quick. Antisocial just said, "What defense is Klay giving you, dude? What defense is Austin Reeves giving me that Klay isn't giving me? It's not like Klay Thompson may not be as mobile as he once was as an all-league defender, but he still can play defense. Y'all with this mindset of like, oh, a player's just not going to play defense. Now, is Klay Thompson the same defender that he once was in 2016, 2017, 2018 prior to the injuries? No. But Klay Thompson can still shuffle his feet. Klay Thompson can still put a body on somebody. Klay Thompson is still 6'6" with a phenomenal wingspan. Like, come on, bro. What are we doing? We act like Klay Thompson just said, yeah, nah, just give me the ball in the corner. I'm just going to shoot. I'm Kyle Korver now. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What's happening? Fine, God.
That was a great debate. Yo, Z, you won. That's fine. I mean,
thank you. And you got the next one. You got the next one for sure.
I got so Z is 1-0. I'm 0-1 for this month, but don't worry, I'm gonna get my W soon. But next week is gonna be 7 versus ZZ, and I'll be bringing the question for the jump ball. So
get ready for that. That's gonna be a great question.
It's gonna be crazy. All right, Lakerland, let's get into the next topic of this afternoon show. Make sure you guys, again, smash that like button, subscribe to the Players Choice platform. Follow us on social media, by the way. If you guys are on Instagram or Twitter, be a part of Lakerland. Follow us at PC_Lakerland. Let's get into the next topic on the show, fellas. I want to talk about actually our main topic of this afternoon. Let's talk about the big homie, Pau Gasol. Let's talk about Pau Gasol, formerly of the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, Pau Gasol, fellas, is a 6-time All-Star, a 4-time All-NBA team. He was a 2-time NBA champion, of course. He's highly regarded as one of the great big men to ever don the Lakers uniform. ZZ, who was the better second option out of Pau Gasol or Anthony Davis?
All right. Let me just start by saying this before Ryan clips me and puts me on social media and tries to flip it like I didn't say what I'm about to say. Anthony Davis. I know you are. Anthony Davis is a better player, a better basketball player than Pau Gasol. Pau Gasol is a better second option, had a better second option career compared to Anthony Davis for the Los Angeles Lakers. And here's the thing. I don't really think it should be, egregious or anybody be like, oh, what? Anthony Davis's defense, phenomenal defender, better defender. We get that. You can say better scorer. We get that. But as far as tenure, this is what I've always said. The best availability, everybody knows, best availability is ability. Or wait, how's it go? The best ability
is availability. I got you. I'm with you.
Best ability is availability. Pau Gasol, throughout his tenure, played in 429 games for the Los Angeles Lakers, averaged 17.7 a game, 9.9 rebounds, 4 assists. 3-time All-Star, 2-time NBA champion, yada, yada, yada. Anthony Day-to-Day Davis for the Los Angeles Lakers, NBA champion, NBA All-Star in 2020, first team all-defensive selection, played 194 games for the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, granted, he just signed a 5-year extension, so AD has time to pass Pau still. Like, there's only in my opinion, there's literally only a championship and a Finals MVP that can separate this situation here for Anthony Davis. But when I look at it and I say to myself, damn, Pau Gasol, when he got there, when I think back to that 07 season, even before the season before he got there, Kobe's struggles with the Los Angeles Lakers from 05 to 2007 consisted of one thing. He needed help. He looked across the court and saw Smush Parker and Kwame Brown, Chris Mim, and the rest of the dumpster fire that the Lakers had given him. And he said, bro, I want to trade. Y'all aren't giving me anything. Midway through the 2008 season, Pau Gasol makes his debut. I think it was like February 5th or something like that. 24, 12, and I think 67% shooting. Kobe shot like shit in Pau Gasol's first game there. But Kobe was so relieved at the end of the game. The interviewer was like, now, are you happy that you can have a game where you can go out and score 6 points and win? Kobe said, yes, bro. Yes, I am. LeBron James and Anthony Davis are a phenomenal duo. But when they're healthy and when they're on the court together, Pau Gasol and Kobe Bryant played more games together than LeBron and AD did. Pau Gasol and Kobe went to more finals than LeBron and AD did. So I think as a second option, and especially looking at the league at that time, 4 big men, what Pau was doing, which was kind of revolutionary, I'm going to go Pau as the better second option. AD is still the better player, but Pau is the better second option.
Okay, I respect that. Light Out, I got an advanced question for you, bro. This one is a tough one, and LAKERLAND, you guys get involved with this one. But Ryan, let me ask you kind of the $1 million question. Is AD more valuable to LeBron than Pau was valuable to Kobe?
You just took the words out of my mouth. That's what I was just gonna say. So let me answer it like this.
All right.
Pau Gasol obviously has done great with Kobe Bryant. I mean, Kobe and Paul, I mean, there was that one clip that went viral about the pick and roll against the Orlando Magic in the NBA Finals, where Pau Gasol and Kobe Bryant were literally lateral to each other, and they did the pick and roll, and then Dwight Howard bit on Kobe and left Pau Gasol open, and Kobe passed him the ball for Pau Gasol to have a wide open a layup, and they scored. And then Kobe and Pau were talking like, yo, if we keep doing this, we're going to be dangerous and no one's going to stop us. We've seen that clip. I mean, when we're looking at Kobe Bryant and Pau Gasol, they are a great duo. I just want to start off saying that, right? But to answer Seven's question, right? In 2009, 2008, 2009, and maybe 2010, arguably the best player in the world was Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was the best player in the world when it came to Pau Gasol and Kobe Bryant. So Pau Gasol had the benefit to playing with the best player in the world that was Kobe Bryant. Now we look at Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is not playing, unfortunately, no more. He is not playing with the best player in the world. He is not playing with the benefit of having a prime LeBron James. Although LeBron is getting buckets and LeBron is doing his thing, LeBron James is missing crucial games throughout the regular season because of his age. LeBron James has to sit out. LeBron James gets more injured. LeBron James, he's in that stage of his career that when you look at Kobe and Pau, at least Pau had a consistent superstar that helped him develop as that great second option. When we look at Anthony Davis, the reason why we are looking at Anthony Davis like, oh, I don't know if he's a great second option to as Paul Gasol is because LeBron James isn't as great as Kobe Bryant in these points of this career. Kobe had the ability to be called the best player in the world, and right now most people don't have LeBron as the top 5, maybe top 7 player in the NBA. Although I think he's top 5. LeBron James doesn't have what Kobe had in being the best player. This is not LeBron James in Cleveland. This is LeBron James in the Lakers. So Anthony Davis has to do more as a second option than Pau Gasol.
But it's different though, I feel like, because like
How?
I don't mean to cut you because like I understand what you're getting at, but it's like somebody just said in the chat, AD was already the better player before he even joined the Lakers. Personally, I don't agree with that, but I think that there was an argument to be made about Anthony Davis already with this LeBron, like when he was trying to get to LA of, Anthony Davis, there's an argument that you can make where Anthony Davis is going to be the best player on this team if they win a championship.
Exactly.
And then looking back at the 2020 finals, that was when I was like, when LeBron won finals MVP, I was like, oh, all right, cool. But I thought they were going to give it to AD because, I mean, AD was doing his thing as well. So, like, I think that power struggle between the two is where it's like I can't call Pau Gasol a second. I mean, not Pau Gasol, Anthony Davis that much of a second option as compared to a Pau Gasol, because when Pau got there, he was 20 pounds heavier than he was in Memphis. Somebody already said in the chat, before Pau got there that season, the Lakers were, I think, the 5th seed in the Western Conference. Andrew Bynum goes down. When Pau gets there, now he's 20 pounds heavier. Now the coaches asked him, hey, we're going to need you to play the 5. Mike, we need you to play the 5. So Pau was doing his thing at the 5 position. Even look back at the 2010 NBA Finals. Pau was led everybody in blocks and rebounds and was second in points. And in that pivotal Game 7, he dropped, I believe it was 18 rebounds and 19 points. I mean, incredible. Pau was doing his thing. Pau was reliable. That's the differentiating factor here that I think we're trying to skew away from. Pau's reliability is what makes him a better second option.
You think LeBron James and Pau Gasol would do the same as LeBron James and Anthony Davis has done?
I think Pau would play more games than Anthony Davis.
Yes, okay, that's great. And that's great. That's great. But do you think they're gonna be as successful?
Yeah. Why not?
Do you think in the 2020 NBA bubble where Anthony Davis was clearly the best player on that team, right? Because we could just argue that the year that they won the NBA championship, everyone and their mamas were assuming that Anthony Davis was going to be the Finals MVP. Do you think that Pau Gasol was going to be regarded the same way?
Okay, so no, but I'm
okay.
Once again.
Hold up. Perfect. Okay, so when we're looking at Pau Gasol, yes, he played more games than LeBron James, but my point is that LeBron James and Kobe Bryant in these points of their career are not the same. If Kobe Bryant, that he did, played later throughout his career with Pau Gasol, that dynamic didn't work as much because Kobe Bryant was getting older. He was getting injured. Same thing with LeBron James. LeBron James is older and getting injured, but now when I look at him as second options, forget Kobe Bryant, forget LeBron James. One is a better defender. One is a better scorer. The other one is Pau Gasol is a better playmaker. Do not get me wrong. I mean, he knew how to get his team involved more than Anthony Davis, and I'm not going to fight that. But when we're looking at the overall value of Anthony Davis was the sole reason the Lakers made it to the Western Conference Finals. Anthony Davis is the sole reason why the Laker fans, why this show exists, is because we believe that Anthony Davis is going to be so valuable for this Laker organization that we're going to win a championship, not just solely off him. Obviously, there's other pieces in this team, but there's a major factor when it comes to Anthony Davis. So when I think who's the better second option, I'm going with the guy that plays defense and can score 28 a game, and that's me.
So you don't want the guy who's played over three.
I would like to I would like to get my thoughts in if I may.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You guys are laughable. Both of you guys are laughable.
We
to
knew that
sit
was
here and try to make an argument for Pau Gasol in this right here, to me, is blasphemous, bro. I will agree when we talk about the availability, the reliability. ZZ, you absolutely right. Pau Gasol has always been a dependable type of player, a dependable star, dependable role player. That has definitely been one of the X's on Anthony Davis. But we are talking about both ends of the basketball court. Pau Gasol was never a defensive presence like Anthony Davis was. That's number one. Number two, Without Anthony Davis, there is no chance of the Lakers winning the 2020 NBA title in the bubble. There is no chance that the Lakers are going to the Western Conference Finals last year if AD doesn't show that high-powered defensive presence. So without AD, history for the Lakers definitely would be written differently. I believe, even though Pau Gasol was a very instrumental piece, you still got Kobe, you still got Phil Jackson, you still got a lot of other guys. Depending on who was to substitute Pau Gasol, I believe Kobe in filling them Lakers back in 08, 09, that stretch, still could have become a champion. So to me, I don't see how in the world Pau Gasol could be the better second option when we talk about him versus Anthony Davis.
Hold on. Wait. Z, before I let you go, I just want to ask Seven a question. Seven, are you alluding to that like Kobe Bryant can most likely still win an NBA champion during those 3 seasons where he was regarded the best player in the world, right? You think he could win without Pau Gasol? Is that what you were saying? I just want to make sure.
Absolutely. If and only if there's another guy that plays, a level up. I'm not saying without Pau Gasol, Kobe could have did it. Kobe would have still needed help. But what I'm saying is if you would have plugged a couple people in that place, I believe the Lakers still could have won a championship.
So
you can't just plug anybody into the Lakers playing with LeBron and them and having them winning that championship in the bubble.
So
you can't just plug. Right? You can't plug just anybody in last season after the Lakers starting 2-10 and expect them to have the defensive impact to have them knocking off Memphis, have them knocking off the defending champions, and going all the way to the Western Conference Finals.
So here's how I look at it, right? When you just said that with Anthony Davis and all that he's done, even though he's only won one championship, that it helped rewrite the course of history for the Los Angeles Lakers. Meanwhile, if we go back to the year 2008, when we look at the current state of the Lakers prior to Pau Gasol getting there, the Lakers were on the verge of becoming a mediocre franchise, a laughingstock franchise. Granted, they had a rising young guy in Andrew Bynum who got hurt, which is ironic because we're talking about Anthony Davis in this topic. But anyway, Andrew Bynum, when he goes down with injury, Pau Gasol comes along the board. Now, this was a great trade for both sides of the coin because Kobe needed help and Pau was tired of carrying Memphis to even more mediocrity. So when Pau gets there and he goes out there and when he gets to LA, he averaged the best amount of boards that he had averaged in his career up until that point. Scoring was there. Efficiency was through the roof. Let's not act like, because Anthony Davis scored 27 a game and shoots a lot more threes. And even though he was a terrible three-point shooter, low-key. But anyway, the point of the matter is that Pau Gasol, when we're talking about efficiency, he brings it to you. When we're talking about getting rebounds and blocking shots, he brought it to you in the NBA Finals to led everybody in both categories in that statistic as well. And then when we're talking about reliability, which for some reason you two Laker fans act like is just it's just a word. Nobody cares. Anthony Davis is the reason why the Los Angeles Lakers only have one championship instead of maybe, and I'll say one finals appearance instead of maybe 2 to 3. Because if Anthony Davis is healthy enough, here's my thing. I think that LeBron should be the one that has all the injury problems for some reason.
Wait. Z, I'm so sorry to cut you off. I just can't get over this. Seven, let me go back to you. Let me just go back to you. I am so sorry. Let me take off my glasses and let me put them back on. Seven, did you just say absolutely to Pau Gasol not being in the Lakers and the Lakers still winning a champion if they find someone during that era to replace Pau Gasol? Like Huncho said in the chat, we need names. I need to know who this guy would be. I need to know what because when you look at when I was looking at Pau Gasol last night, because I wanted to be informed, I wanted to remind myself who Pau Gasol was in these Lakers. Although I prefer Anthony Davis over Pau Gasol as a second option, let's not forget who Pau Gasol was. Pau Gasol had and Z has not mentioned this, but I'm gonna mention it because Z, you forgot to mention because this is a crucial point. Mentality-wise, and we're looking about winning the game. Kobe Bryant and Pau Gasol were in the same level. They both wanted to win championships. They both wanted to be the best. And when you look at it, the first day that that Pau Gasol entered in the hotel, when he got traded, he officially was there. There was a door that knocked on him, and it was Kobe Bryant. And he was excited to play with Pau Gasol, but he let him know from day one, we are here to win championships. If you don't want to win a championship, you're in the wrong place. That's what Kobe said. So I just want to know, Seven, who are these players during that era that would replace Pau Gasol to win a championship? Because there's only two names I could think of at that very moment, and it's Kevin Garnett and Tim Duncan. Who else?
There was a guy that played for the Toronto Raptors that went by the name of Chris Bosh. I don't know if you ever heard of him or not.
Chris
in
Bosh.
2008, he was selected. He was selected to the Eastern Conference team, and he was an All-Star in 2008. I believe if you would have put Chris Bosh in the mix with Phil Jackson and the rest of the we're looking at the totality of the Lakers within that little stretch. You mean to tell me that they couldn't put an all-star where Pau Gasol wasn't? And I don't want to be disrespectful to Paul, because Pau Gasol, even if I recall, he even got some Finals MVP votes.
Yeah.
So I'm not really trying to I'm not trying to really downplay him in his totality, but I'm just saying the way the Lakers were, I believe that they could have put, depending on who the person was, you could have put someone else in that spot, and Kobe would have still walked away with at least one ring.
Okay, so Chris Bosh. Let's talk about Chris Bosh.
Carmelo Anthony. What about Melo?
Hell no.
It's like no. Okay, first of all, they wouldn't win without Carmelo Anthony. They would not win if it was Kobe Bryant and Carmelo Anthony. And you sub Carmelo with Pau Gasol. No. I don't want to hear I mean or nothing. No, they are not winning. They are not winning at all. Do you know what's going to happen?
Melo and Kobe for a 3 to 4 year stretch with Phil Jackson, with Nate Oden, with just the whole supporting
cast. Win a single ring.
Wow.
Where's the ball going to be? You're taking Kobe and Carmelo. And here's the thing. I get the difference. It's 08 Melo, and we're talking about the difference between 08 Melo and like 2012 Melo, 2013 Melo, Knicks Melo and Nuggets Melo. Nuggets Melo and Kobe, you would have had Melo, who still would have gotten boards and still would have attempted to play defense. But it's like Melo and Kobe on the same team, two notorious shot takers. I just don't think so. Pau Gasol, what made him different from other power forwards at that time, and when we're talking about what makes him such a great second option, is what Ryan alluded to, the playmaking. The playmaking aspect is what made Pau different. That's what made him bring something different to the table.
I got to talk to the bosses, bro. I got to talk to the bosses. You're fans of a team that has two guys that take a lot of shots, and Steph and Klay. So why are you down in this situation?
Steph and Klay is a significantly different situation than Kobe and Melo would be. Let's be real here. Let's be so real here. Those two are heat checkers, heat seekers. Melo and Kobe are shot takers. They are ISO scorers. Melo's more of an ISO scorer for sure than Kobe Bryant, in my opinion. But
yeah, he is.
Like, that's not. We got to talk about fits here. That's like when people thought that Russell Westbrook going to the Lakers was going to amount to a championship. Fits matter. What you can do as individuals on other teams is different than what you can do together, which is why your guy, Chris Bosh, had to play a third option on a team with LeBron and Dwayne Wade. And it eventually became Wade and Bron compared to the big three Heatles. Everybody kind of forgot about Chris Bosh. That's kind of how it works here. But my thing too, the Pau Gasol disrespect, I got to talk to the bosses. Seven, you disrespected Pau. And it's like,
I don't mean, listen. Bro, I don't mean to be disrespectful to Pau Gasol. I really don't. The eye test showed me he is that guy. I mean, he won Rookie of the Year. Anthony Davis never done that. I don't want to take away again from the accolades. I just feel like if we was to substitute those guys, history would definitely be written differently for one versus the other. That's just where I stand on that.
I got a question for you, Seven. So let's sub Chris Bosh for Pau Gasol. How many rings are they winning?
At least one.
They'll get one. So they'll get one. Okay, perfect. With Carmelo Anthony and Kobe Bryant, two guys that need the ball, how many rings they winning?
They getting at least one.
At least
Phil
one.
Jackson will make a way. I believe in Phil.
I don't think so.
It's not about Phil Jackson.
It's all about Phil. How is it not about Phil?
Let's talk about Phil Jackson real quick. Who was the GM for for the Carmelo Anthony in 2011, 2012? Who was the general manager for the New York Knicks? It was Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson.
So Phil Jackson tried
a whole different position. We're talking coaching though.
Still.
Melo didn't even like Phil. Melo didn't like Phil in 2017, and I was a Knicks fan that year because Rose got traded to the Knicks, and Phil Jackson was in his basketball operations role or whatever, and still trying to get the coach to run the triangle offense. And it was granted, Melo didn't even want to really run it because it wasn't working. Now, here's my thing with Carmelo Anthony. When we're talking about coaches, we have to think about there's a difference between coaches' mindsets and how they can influence players and players' mindsets and how they don't want to be influenced by coaches. Carmelo Anthony played for George Karl. Granted, George Karl might be one of the most controversial coaches in NBA history, but Carmelo Anthony, rest in peace, but Carmelo Anthony literally had issues with George Karl so many different times that it led to him being traded and shipped off to New York. Now, if you're asking me if Carmelo Anthony is going to buy into Phil Jackson trying somehow, some way to get Kobe touches and get Melo touches, I don't think so. Because once again, fits matter. And then we were talking about Carmelo Anthony matching up against other power forwards at his position and having to be a reliable power forward option. Of course, you have to take into account Andrew Bynum and his injury. Because when Pau got there, now if you mean to tell me that if Melo was traded there instead of Pau, what are they going to say to Melo? Oh, wait, Andrew Bynum, our best potential young big, is hurt. We need you to play the 5. That ain't going to work. That ain't going to work at all. Pau Gasol, on the other hand, put on, once again, 20 pounds of muscle, had the greatest rebounding season of his career up until that point, and continued to do so throughout his Lakers tenure, along with the playmaking capabilities, the efficiency being there, and yada, yada, yada. Buying into a role as a second option is what oftentimes helps teams win more than just one.
And not only that,
last question before we move on from this topic, light out. Why does people, even though there is a level of respect clearly for Pau Gasol, when there's conversations about the greatest big men in history in the league, seldomly do we hear his name come up, giving you the impression that maybe Pau Gasol is underrated? What's your thoughts on how we look at Pau Gasol as one of the greatest players in NBA history? How do you kind of gauge him on the level of greatness?
I think Pau Gasol, it is extremely underrated. We're talking a guy that just entered the Hall of Fame not too long ago. Everything was this season, right? That he entered the Hall of Fame. I mean, Pau Gasol, a guy that averaged in those 3 years that they made finals appearances, he's a guy that averaged 18 points, 9 rebounds, and 1 block per game. He was a pivotal member of that Laker organization with Kobe Bryant. And we're talking about an era where scoring was still tough. I mean, there was still no revolution of Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors chucking up threes just yet. It was just hard-nosed basketball, and Pau Gasol was a pivotal moment. Let's put Pau Gasol in today's game. Let's just do that real quick. We're looking at a guy that I don't know what team we're going to put him on, but we're looking at a power forward that not only can give you 18 and 10 every single night, but knows how to move the basketball when he is in the post. What type of player would Pau Gasol be in today's game? He would be a valuable player in any team. I think if you put him in Milwaukee with Giannis, I mean, although Giannis wants to leave, I think Pau Gasol would be a perfect reason for him to stay. But we're putting Pau Gasol with Giannis, right? Pau Gasol with Giannis, a guy that, yes, he's going to get his buckets, but we'll find Giannis Antetokounmpo open whenever he drives in. We're looking at a guy that will find Drew Holiday. We're looking at a guy that will find Chris Middleton. This guy, Pau Gasol, is extremely underrated.
Yeah, I agree. I think that in terms of when we're talking about the greatest Laker bigs, Pau's in that mix. I mean, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, my biggest gripe that people have with or don't give Pau enough credit for is that he, like, really without Pau, the Lakers are not winning, let alone back-to-back championships. But, like, come on, let's be real. When you talk, and when Lightout was talking about putting him into today's game, I'd take him on the Warriors for sure. As a matter of fact,
the Warriors would be great.
It would be phenomenal. The playmaking extravaganza, it would be incredible. But for me, the biggest underrated thing about Pau Gasol is his playmaking. When people talk about his scoring, I could say that as well, because I think that he may not have had like Dirk's fadeaway or Kevin Garnett's offensive versatility, so to speak, but Pau was effective in the post. There's a difference. if you are or if you are at least effective in the post, whether that be just from playmaking or hook shots or whatever it is, from the free throw line included. I mean, for big especially, Powell was effective on each and every. He crossed every T and dotted every I. So once again, my take on Powell is as a second option had a better second option tenure than Anthony Davis has had so far. Now, once again, Anthony Davis is 5 more years as a Laker, give or take if he requests a trade or not when LeBron leaves to go join Bronny, but whatever. Anthony Davis has time to do something. Now, in that time, do I think Anthony Davis is going to win another championship for the Lakers as a second option? No, I don't. I think he would win a championship as a first option, very much so. I believe that. So, as a second option, it's just not moving me that Anthony Davis is better than Powell in that regard. Better player for sure. Better second option, no. But stop underrating.
All right, LAKERLAND, y'all let us know in the comment section who is the better second option to you between Anthony Davis and Pau Gasol. Give us your thoughts and your opinions. This is LAKERLAND, boys and girls. ZZ Light Out 7. We are in the building.
Yes,
Shout
sir.
out to Laker Nation, man. Y'all already know how we give it up here, man. Salute again to our Players Choice family, man. This is halftime of our show, so we got a couple just quick announcements and things of that nature. Real brief, man. Shout out and salute again to all the new members of the Players Choice platform. If you guys are new, make sure again that you guys become a member of the platform. Subscribe to the channel. Follow LAKERLAND everywhere on social media, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. We added 7 days a week, 365. Shout out to Light Out, man. He getting them numbers popping on social media.
Shout out to the Instagram, man.
So big up to you.
Yeah, shout out to the Instagram. If you guys are not following, if you're not following the Instagram, we are posting every single clip. If you guys missed the show, just like Seven Sandals says, we're PC_LAKERLAND. So go ahead and follow it. We are going crazy there. So shout out to the Instagram.
No doubt, man. Let's go to the live chat, man, and talk with our people, see what our people is talking about. Markivian Black in the building says he's a better first option. He's a better second option if the player is the control variable. I mean, that's a valid point. But my thing about it is with Anthony Davis, when has he ever been proven to really be able to take control of the driver's seat? So I'm not going to sit up there. No. That's just not a long enough sample size for me. In LA, it's championship or bust. We had this conversation last week. You know what I'm saying? I think the expectations are always at a certain level when you rocking in the purple and gold. But shout out to Markivian in the building.
That's my thing, bro. I be like, because my thing is like, I'm not a Laker fan, but I have friends who are passionate Laker fans. So like for me, I'll be like, okay, like Seven just said, when you go to LA, it's championship or bust. They didn't look at LeBron and say, "Oh, if LeBron gets us to the second round for the first time, it's no, bro. It's championship or bust. When you play for LA, it is about banners. That's it. If you help with that, you are appreciated, loved, and respected forever. If you destroy that in any way, shape, or form, Russell Westbrook, they're gonna look at you and say, "This is one of the worst Lakers to ever play." Smush Parker, Kwame Brown, Chris Mam, the list goes on. But my thing is that when you're talking about, that's another thing that Powell kind of has a leg up on AD on, is that he's got another ring and he's got 2 more finals appearances with the Lakers. So it's like, and he did it as a second option. Anthony Davis as a second or as a first has given us 1 championship, a first round exit, not making the postseason, and then a Western Conference Finals appearance this year, albeit it's mainly because of the great moves from Rob Pelinka at the trade deadline. But Anthony Davis was still the best defender in the entire postseason, and I will stand on that with Laker fans. So
1,000%.
Somebody just said he's been injured. That's my point. He's been injured. Why do y'all act like that's such a shock? He's been injured. That's the problem. That's why we can't rank him as high as we may want to. That's why we can't. That's why we look at Anthony Davis and say, "Oh my God, the potential is through the roof when he's healthy." When he's healthy, Jesus, like what? Like this shouldn't even be a topic of discussion, bro.
Let's move on, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lakers Nation. Let's get on to the next topic of discussion. ZZ, we haven't really gotten into your irrelevant segment yet on the show. So I don't know if you are ready to rock. We can definitely, get you going right now before we get into our next topic if you want.
Let's talk about these irrelevant teams real quick.
Yeah, man. So basically, the irrelevant segment is a segment dedicated to me mainly because of my contract negotiations. But here we are. So basically, with the irrelevant segment, we're just going to quickly kind of venture around the rest of the league. Live chat, y'all can help me too. Any news that y'all have seen recently about any team other than the freaking Lakers, please let me know so we can add that into this segment. But I'm going to start off with my team, the Golden State Warriors, and any updated news on them. So basically, I was going to talk about this in the first 3 episodes, never got a chance to. Chris Paul wants to start, I think. So apparently there's rumors that Chris Paul might start for the Golden State Warriors. My opinion on that, I think he deserves to come off the bench. He's 38 years old. Although I'm interested to see how that lineup could play out, I prefer that man off the bench because Chris Paul is a way better facilitator than Jordan Poole was off the bench for us last year. Now Jordan Poole's in the nation's capital, but whatever. Outside of that, Dwight Howard will meet with the Golden State Warriors next week. Sign him. We need size. You should have had him on Team USA, honestly. But whatever. Outside of that, let me see. The Blazers, the Portland Trailblazers, Damian Lillard and the Portland Trailblazers are officially still talking about him going to Miami, and no moves have been made. So, Chad, I ask you, who thinks Dame's going to Miami? Anyone?
I don't think so, man. I think he's staying.
Let me know. Let me know.
You know what's crazy is I saw yesterday. Now he deleted the IG story, but some fan had an image of Damian Lillard calling him a future Miami Heat legend. And Damian Lillard had actually posted this on his IG story, and then he quickly took it down. So you did peep that. Realistically,
Damian Lillard, I'm sorry, Simon, to cut you off, but Damian Lillard is that like one girl that you've been loyal to for a very long time, but she's just bored and she just started doing like rebellious things. That's what Dame is doing. I think at the end of the day, I think Dame is gonna come back and realize, I'm gonna stay in Portland. I'm gonna do what I said. I didn't think he's in a rebellious. He's in a rebellious stage right now. I don't think he's leaving at all. I think Damian's gonna stay in Portland.
Interesting.
I mean, does he even have enough time to become a real legend in Miami? When you look at the history of the Miami Heat, the winning culture that they have, does Damian Lillard have enough playing time to even be eligible to be a Heat legend? Because you're talking about guys like D Wade and LeBron and
Jimmy Butler,
and Shaq. Does Dame still have them type of prime years still in him?
And look, Damian Lillard doesn't have time right now to win a championship either. So if he thinks that he's gonna win, if he's gonna be a Heat legend, he's not. But he definitely is not. This is what I don't want to see, because what most likely is gonna happen is that Damian Lillard ends up in Miami. He goes and he's in the playoffs. He does amazing, but somehow, some way, they get bounced in the second or the conference finals. And then it's the same story we've been having about Damian Lillard. And now, when that happens for 2 seasons in a row where Miami doesn't make it to the NBA Finals, they're going to find a way to move Damian Lillard. So what are they going to say about Damian Lillard's legacy ever since post-Portland? They're going to say, oh, he should have stayed in Portland. Oh, he sold out and look where he's at. I don't want that for Damian Lillard. If Damian Lillard is going to move, go to a contender. Me personally, if I'm Damian Lillard, and I hate to say this, he would fit perfectly with Boston.
I like that. I mean,
with Boston, they would win a championship there. That's a good squad right there. I would like Damian Lillard in Boston, but not Miami.
Keeping who? Keeping Jalen and Jason, all three?
I mean, I would get Brown for Damian Lillard.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Wait a minute.
Talk to the bosses.
Hold on. Yeah, we're going to have to do this one real quick. God damn it.
Aha, Ryan.
Ryan. Really,
Let's
bro?
Talk. Let's have the chat.
That's what we're doing this afternoon.
Chat, get in on it.
What's wrong?
I mean, I am blown away that you feel like you could take Jaylen Brown out the equation, substitute him with Damian Lillard, and it equals up to a Larry O'Brien trophy? How?
I think if Damian Lillard was in Boston and not Jaylen Brown, although he's a great defender, these playoffs, he was extremely inconsistent. And although Damian Lillard hasn't had enough playoff time, or he has led his team by himself to the Western Conference Finals and then got bounced, I know that a Damian Lillard, Jason Tatum duo, that is a more dangerous duo than a Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. I know they gave the man an extension. I think they gave the man an extension because it's gonna match the contract for Damian Lillard to finally do a trade in December. Because if we're gonna be completely honest with each other, right? We're gonna be completely honest with each other. What Jaylen Brown did in the playoffs this season, although he had good moments, the man was inconsistent. The man cannot be a second option in a championship team. I am sorry. I am not sold on Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown is going to be one of those players. It should be one of those players that are good on a team that is bad for a very long time. And when he retires, be like, oh, wow, look, Jaylen Brown was really good in this team. Look, he scored this amount of points in this particular season. This player right here, if he's going to be it's going to be a second option to Jason Tatum, Jason Tatum is never going to reach the expectations that everyone has on Tatum. And that's a fact.
I really got to talk to the bosses, bro. You need to be incarcerated for these comments and statements. This is crazy. You should have to stand in front of a commissioner and get a bail review before you come home and talk more basketball light out. That is crazy, bro. Seriously?
So who you got? Wait, tell me. So who you got? Damian Lillard or Jaylen Brown?
Bro, I literally listened to you repeatedly use the word inconsistency. Mm-hmm. Are we being prisoners of the moment? Let me ask you a question real quick, light out. Just 2 seasons ago in the NBA Finals, what was the storyline? What was the narrative behind this guy that you're praising, Jason Tatum? If inconsistency was in the dictionary, which it is, I'm pretty sure 2 seasons ago, Jason Tatum's face was right next to it, bro. He was the poster child of inconsistency. So how are we sitting here bypassing Jason Tatum's shortcomings, but you got to focus on Jaylen Brown when we talk about inconsistency?
Seven. Didn't he lead the postseason in turnovers too?
Whoa. And not only that, 7. 2011. Let's go back to let's talk about our boy. Let's talk about our boy, LeBron James.
Our boy is crazy.
Yeah. LeBron James had a horrible NBA Finals appearance, but that is something about growth in a player. Does it matter that he didn't do good in the NBA Finals? Maybe the pressure was on him. Maybe, he was just not there and he didn't perform how he was supposed to. And granted, he wasn't playing a team that he was supposed to beat. He was playing a team called the Golden State Warriors with Steph Curry in his prime, by the way. So it's not embarrassing. It's not embarrassing that he lost to the Golden State Warriors. That's the thing. Another thing. Jaylen Brown, when we was looking at this particular season in the playoffs, Jaylen Brown was nowhere to be found. This man was being stopped because what's the mean? That he could only use his right hand. And that's
we talking last season or season before last?
This season that just happened now.
Okay.
This one right here. The only guy that I heard in the Boston Celtics was Jason Tatum. And although Jason Tatum also didn't have a great Eastern Conference Finals appearance, Jaylen Brown didn't have one either. So how the hell is that going to work that 2 inconsistent players, and I still think Tatum is better than Jaylen Brown, are going to win the championship? No, you need to get rid of one of them, find a different piece. You already got Kristaps Porzingis. So you got Kristaps Porzingis, you got Jason Tatum, you trade Jaylen Brown, you get Damian Lillard that could play the second option perfectly to Jason Tatum that dropped 50 in a game 7 to send Philadelphia. He sent a team home that I forgot. It was Philadelphia. They sent a team home. He sent a team home, and we're going to trade, and we're thinking that Jaylen Brown is safe in his job? No. Jaylen Brown is not.
Let me just say this. I'm only gonna say this, and then y'all can get right back to it. Light out the argument of the Celtics. Oh, they had to go up. Who'd they go up against? The Golden State Warriors. The Celtics were favored to win that series by over 90%. But as a Warrior fan, I thought that was egregious. Let me just say, because anytime that anybody underestimates the Warriors, they win. But
Z,
let me just say, like the Celtics were heavy favorites going into that. Mainly because what they did to your boy KD in the first round.
No, they had a great postseason, but Z, we're talking about Steph, bro.
I know.
Are you talking about Steph? I mean,
I know.
Like, so yeah, maybe it's egregious. But he did it. We're talking about Steph. So I mean, I wasn't surprised that he.
That's all I was gonna say. Y'all keep going.
No, that's all I have to say.
All right, let's get on to our next topic here on Lakerland, man. Make sure, again, you guys smash that like button. We jumping into our second hour. We are doubling up, man. Just real quick, we do want to thank the Players' Choice for allowing us to extend our time on Sunday afternoon. So you guys know Lakerland is rocking live with you guys every Sunday from 1 p.m. Eastern to 3 p.m. Eastern. And, of course, we got our Tuesday primetime show at 7 p.m. every Tuesday here on the Players' Choice platform. Y'all already know how we coming. Shout out again to the family. There's a Golden State Warriors show coming up soon on Players' Choice. I believe they may be streaming after this show. So if you guys are Warriors fans or if you hate the Warriors, make sure that you guys stay in tune for that upcoming show. It should be a good one as well. But here on Lakerland, man, we about to jump into our next topic of discussion, something that the fellas brought to my attention, man. Let's talk about the big homie from Milwaukee, the Greek freak, that man, that bad man, Giannis Antetokounmpo. According to reports, Giannis Milwaukee really could literally be out the door. I know we kind of read this book before he won the championship, but there are talks that Giannis may actually be parting ways with the Milwaukee Bucks. Light out, I'm going to start off with you, bro. Is there a realistic path for Giannis to wind up in Los Angeles as a Laker?
As a Laker fan, you think every superstar is going to make it to the LA Lakers. So, I mean, it's just part of being a fan here in LA. But I just want to read the quote that Giannis said, and then I'll continue on with the question. He said, and I quote, "I'm a Milwaukee Buck, but most importantly, I'm a winner. If there is a better situation for me to win a Larry O'Brien, I have to take that better situation." So we can take it two ways, right? That why Giannis said that. One, Giannis maybe said that to put pressure on Milwaukee, right? Like, yo, look, we have not been, ever since we won our championship, we have not been performing in the standards that we're supposed to be performing, right? That's one thing, right? Another thing is that although, yes, he's trying to put pressure on Milwaukee, every comment that you say as an NBA player, right? Any comment you say as an NBA player is true. There's some sense of true into it. Now, is he going to go on the Lakers? No, but he is putting pressure because he has seen the offseason that has not been successful for him in the last 2-3 seasons, and he's demanding the Milwaukee Bucks for change. He's demanding for better pieces. And I mean, if Milwaukee's not going to make that change, then I see Giannis leaving. But is he going to go to LA, right? Now, let's go ahead and give me my chances. There's like a 5%, 2% chance that he ends up in LA. But let's just say, me and my dad were talking about this last night. Let's say that the Laker organization is not going how we all expect. AD, although he's playing great, his stock is risen. The Lakers are not winning the crucial games that he's supposed to do, right? That he's supposed to win. He's not putting the numbers he's supposed to do. Or he is putting the numbers he's supposed to do, but they're not winning, right? Let's leave it right there.
Okay.
But they're not winning. Giannis, on the other hand, he sees that there's no change. He sees that in Milwaukee, although they might be winning games and they're going to be probably the number one seed in the Eastern Conference like they always are, but end up flunking in the playoffs, and he doesn't see any change. I see Giannis demanding a trade because besides Giannis being, a great person and stuff, he's also a man of his word. So if he sees that there's no change in Milwaukee, this is what I see. And it sounds crazy. I don't think this is going to happen, but this is my theory. I see a Giannis AD trade potentially that could happen if the Lakers, one, are not winning, but AD is putting numbers, and two, Giannis demands a trade from Milwaukee.
But my thing is why would Giannis want to go to LA? And I'm saying more specifically, when we're looking at the fact that LeBron is 39, he is
Mhm.
going to be in LA in the next 5 years. I don't see LeBron in LA for the entirety of that 5 year stretch. Anthony Davis, I barely see as well, because it's a matter of if LeBron leaves, they're going to have to pair someone up with Anthony Davis who may or may not be struggling. Who are the names of those players? We don't know. We got to look at players that are struggling in other situations. Anthony Edwards, maybe, if he's annoyed with Minnesota in the next 4 years, potentially. Dame, maybe, if he never gets out of Portland. Like, there's a lot of variables. But I love Giannis. I love Giannis for a lot of reasons. I don't think that Giannis Antetokounmpo would say to himself after a failed stint in Milwaukee that his next chapter is the Los Angeles Lakers. I think that Giannis did say that if he is going to go anywhere, it would be to a winning situation. So when you think about that, and you're thinking about what teams have the highest set of potential for at least also signing free agents in the next 5 years and building a championship unit in the next 5 years, I don't think it's the Los Angeles Lakers. I think the Lakers are in that window of we need to win right now because we have Anthony Davis. Go ahead, Seven.
Bro, Henry. Wait a minute. Henry says if the let me bring this back up because this is the elephant in the room. Henry holla, if he the Lakers, he's trading LeBron and AD for Giannis straight up. Light out. Do you think now I'm not going at his comment like he's blasphemous, but do you think the Lakers are ready as a fan base? You think the Lakers are ready to get rid of the LeBron AD experience for Giannis? Like
no, that? We shouldn't even acknowledge that comment. I'm sorry, man. Henry, but I'm not acknowledging that, man. That's ridiculous. No, that's next question.
Man, you better not just say. You better not say it's ridiculous. You know damn well Lakers fans will take whatever God gives them. What are you talking about?
Okay, wait. Talking about see. So what? So for LeBron so you think there's a possibility that Laker fans are going to say trade LeBron James and Anthony Davis for Giannis?
Ryan, there was one point in the Los Angeles Laker fandom in the last 20 years, back in 2007, actually at the start of the 2008 season, where Kobe Bryant laced up in a game against the Houston Rockets on opening night, and during the player introductions got booed by the crowd because he had requested a trade in the summer. So the fact of me thinking that Laker fans could possibly end up saying, I'm done with these two toys. Give me something else. It's Laker fans, bro. What are you talking about? Every offseason,
of course, fans are going to boo if you demand the trade.
Yes, but do you think those same fans are not going to get tired if the Los Angeles Lakers get bounced out of the playoffs for the next 2 years?
That's not the same. That is not the same. That is not the same.
Or put the camera back on me. Or shit, I dropped my phone. Or they're going to sit there and say, you know what? We're tired of LeBron and his foot problems. We're tired of Anthony Davis and his bodily harm that he does to himself anytime that he laces up or ties his shoes. They're going to sit there and say, man, give me something.
But listen.
I want to go away from this.
No, because now this is getting crazy. I didn't think that comment was going to lead up to this.
Good comment.
We're talking about LeBron James and Anthony Davis. You're taking these two players out and you put Giannis in. If you're a Laker fan, what do you expect for that team? They're not going to win anything with that squad.
Obviously, they're not going to win immediately.
So
that's why when Kyrie Irving got traded to the Mavericks, I was sitting here saying this team still isn't complete. They still have some pieces to fill. That's why when Kevin Durant got traded to the Phoenix Suns, I was like, oh, great. KD, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton, Devin Booker. What about their bench? And everybody was like, huh? Bench? What's a bench? And then they got bounced out of the playoffs. Listen, when you make an incredible trade, I'm not saying that I am agreeing to this take at all. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I'm not shitting on Henry's take at all. I'm giving him the little bit of the benefit of the doubt here. I'm just saying, look, and when you're talking about Lakers fans and what they may want if they don't get what they want from the guys that they have currently, Lakers fans are kind of oddballs.
Okay, but right now the Lakers right now are the most exciting team, or like in the sense of like Laker fans and the Lakers are the most excited they have been for a while. This offseason that Rob Pelinka has pulled off has been amazing. So why the hell are we thinking and acknowledging this comment that Giannis is going to be in LA for LeBron James and Anthony Davis when we're sitting here right now saying that these guys are a serious title contender? I don't get it.
A serious title contender is a bit of
Let
a
me,
stretch.
let me
but
say
yeah,
this
Seven,
real
go ahead.
quick. First of all, Strange Cool Guy. I want to know from Strange Cool Guy. Salute the Strange Cool Guy, part of the PC family as well. He says Giannis on the Lakers may actually be the worst team in the NBA. Strange Cool Guy, what are you going by to come up with that observation about Giannis and the Lakers could actually be the worst team in the NBA? We also about to turn it up another level here on Lakerland. I am about to drop the link in the live chat. If you guys got anything that you want to debate ZZ or light out in regards to today's show, you guys are more than welcome to come up for a minute or two, state your piece, talk to the panel, and we'll just move on to the next one. But I'm about to drop the link if you guys would like to come up to Lakerland and give your thoughts and opinions
Henry,
on today's show.
I want Henry
Salute to my
here.
brother. Hold on real quick. Hold on, bro. Salute to BA from Get Your Bars Up in the building, bro. I see you. BA says LeBron makes the franchise too much money on and off the court. They cannot afford that financial hit right now. That's a good point. Salute the BA when you talk about the money side of things.
Nation,
appreciate you as well.
Sensation.
Salute to you, man. Thank you so much for the love and the support. For sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, y'all hop up in here. Let's see what we can. Let's see if we have some more Laker fans in here that can, help light out here.
But besides that, I want to go back to the comment that he just said. Yeah, no, there's no way that the Lakers, like when you look at LeBron James and first of all, LeBron James is still the face of the NBA. Let's just start off there. LeBron James is the face of the NBA.
Good stuff.
LeBron James solely is the face of the NBA. LeBron James solely is the face of the NBA. And trading LeBron, waking up in the morning and seeing that LeBron James got traded is nasty. It's gross. He's one of those players. That, like, if I see Woj or Sham or whatever his name is, right? And I see their Twitter notification that LeBron got traded,
it would break the internet.
It would break the internet. So no, that is crazy. That is crazy. No.
But realistically, bro, I can't see a situation where you're going to have all three on the same team. I can't see the Lakers being able to have LeBron, AD, and Giannis. So you're going to have to sacrifice something.
Yeah, get AD out of here. That's fine. If that's gonna happen, right? That Giannis goes to LA, you're getting rid of Anthony Davis.
But why? But here's my thing though. I'm with Seven on this. I don't see a situation where you can get Giannis, AD, and LeBron, but I also can't see a situation where you can get Giannis and LeBron, or like especially over Giannis and Anthony Davis. I think that duo would be more dangerous than Giannis and LeBron. Personally, you can take.
I got a problem, ZZ, with niggas thinking that Giannis is better than AD. That's really what this is boiling down to.
Wait a second. Hold on.
What? Seven, you were here and you jumped. What the hell?
We went all the way over here.
Yeah, no, wait. Time out. Let's just stop right here. What the hell did you say?
What happened?
From a skill set.
No, don't sugarcoat it. Don't sugarcoat it.
No, I'm not sugarcoating it. I'm being specific. From a skill set position, I don't understand why y'all are putting Giannis above Anthony Davis outside of questions of availability. You're going to tell me on both ends of the court, Giannis is better than a healthy AD?
Yes.
I'm not. I don't jack that. That.
Yeah, light out. Don't even, before you say anything, this is your moment of truth. I swear to God, this is your moment of truth right now to let me know if you are a troll, if you are a Laker fan, or if you are a basketball fan, or a mix of the three. Just let me know right now. Do you think that Anthony Davis is better than Giannis Antetokounmpo? Tell me.
From a skill set position, you got to finish it. I mean, of course, everybody.
There is no conversation to be had about AD being better than Giannis. No. Seven. You're the same dude. You're literally the same dude that said, I don't know if Anthony Davis could be the guy being in the driver's seat to win a championship. You know who was in the driver's seat to win a championship? Giannis. Giannis led that team. It doesn't matter. And this is the whole skill, and it's the whole skill argument that I hate. There's a whole skill argument that I hate. I'm sorry, Seven. But I don't care how skillful you are. Like, for example, I think Paul George, when we're talking basketball, is the most skillful basketball player in the NBA right now. But I don't dare to say that he is better than a guy like Steph, that he's a better like a guy than LeBron, that he is better like a guy that these top dogs in the NBA. No,
I'll do you one better, Ron. I'll do you one better. Kyrie Irving. If we only analyze basketball players for skill, then Kyrie Irving would be in the top 3 all time. But as skillful as Kyrie is, and if you say Kyrie's more skilled than Steph Curry, fine. I can't argue that. However, I know damn well I'm never taking Kyrie Irving to start my franchise with over Steph Curry. And I don't give a damn how skilled Kyrie Irving is. I don't care how many ways he can spin the ball off the glass or how many planets he thinks is flat. I don't care. I'm picking Steph Curry.
LAKERLAND. I want y'all to really focus in on to what's happening because we got an 82+ game season. What you're going to see here on Player's Choice with LAKERLAND is ZZ and Light Out change the narrative and change the storyline to appease their argument a whole lot. So just buckle up and just watch how they kind of change the direction of this conversation. Again, I am not saying that AD at this point is a better player than Giannis Antetokounmpo. But when you check off all the boxes from offense, from defense, from perimeter, from assistant, from ball handling, a skill set, Anthony Davis has a better bag than Giannis Antetokounmpo. Okay, I'm sorry. You forgot about the free throw shooting from Giannis? You forgot about the perimeter shooting from Giannis?
First of all, AD's perimeter shooting has been god-awful this season. So let's just talk about that.
He needs to stop shooting.
And another thing. If we're going to talk about bags, right? Paul George, LeBron James, who's better?
LeBron.
You think Bron's got a deeper bag than Paul George?
Bro, are you serious? Hold on. Wait a minute.
If we're talking about bag, are you with me with this one?
Who's a better facilitator? Who's a better facilitator, LeBron or Paul George?
Facilitating is not part of your bag. That's what I'm trying to
hold on. How is court vision? How is being a floor general not a part of your bag? That's a responsibility of a guard. That's definitely part of the bag.
If you want to check that off, a list, fine. Bron's facilitating.
Who's a better rebounder? I'm gonna run down this list because y'all had the audacity to put
No. What's up,
who's a better rebounder?
Who's a better
rebounder? We're not talking.
Who's a better rebounder? I'm talking skill. So just answer my question. Who's the better rebounder?
Who's the better ball handler?
Who's the better rebounder?
LeBron. LeBron's the better rebounder. Who's the more efficient scorer?
Where does efficient come from in a bag? But what's a bag? Seven. What's a bag?
Are you telling me that you're taking LeBron James shooting a 3-pointer over Paul George, let alone a mid-range shot?
What does the numbers tell you?
What does the numbers tell you, Jeezy? LeBron James has been shooting terribly from the perimeter since he arrived in Los Angeles. LeBron James, we just talked about this on the panel. I said it to Damo. I was like, LeBron James, his lower half of his body has been breaking down since he's been in LA, and he's resulting to settling for 35-foot 3-pointers that are hitting Russell Westbrook type backboard, not like Russell Westbrook type misses is what we're seeing from LeBron James, including in the postseason. So back to Paul George for a second. When we're talking about a bag, Paul George has better handles than LeBron James. I'm not saying LeBron James's handles are ass or trash or whatever. I'm saying that Paul George is literally a 2K my player in the NBA.
He's the perfect 2K my player, man.
Come on. Let's be realistic here. But I want to get my man's opinion in it because he just hopped in, my man. Let me see how you feeling.
What's up? What's up, Bars Up? How you doing?
This is my brother. BA. This is my brother BA from Get Your Bars Up Media, man. Make sure you guys follow my brother Get Your Bars Up Media on YouTube. BA, salute, bro. Welcome to the LAKERLAND show.
Hey, LAKERLAND, thank y'all for having me.
Yes, sir.
Now, my brother right here is one of the biggest LeBron haters. So trust me, this is my pleasure to bring him on the show. But bro, we talking about bags and we talking about LeBron James and Paul George. What's your reaction to this conversation that we are having right now?
Are y'all asking who's a better player right now, or
no? So we're talking.
I feel like skill set wise, they're trying to tell me Paul George has a deeper bag than LeBron
and we're
James.
talking about just skill. I'm not talking about who's the better player or anything. Just skill.
At this point, you got to go at PG. At this point,
thank you.
You have to.
Huh?
At this point, yeah. At this point, you have to.
No,
you have to. Come, hey, LeBron, bro. I know that you on this LeBron James plane right now, and it's about to land pretty soon because he almost up out of there. But salute to LeBron James. But right now, PG, he is still he's a little younger, and he plays both sides. He still plays both sides of the ball. LeBron doesn't do that anymore. Mm-hmm. LeBron, hey, PG still can get. Hey, PG can still get his shot off at any time he wants to as well. And guess what? Low key, LeBron. He shoots too many jump shots these days.
Yes, he does.
Thank you. That's the difference, bro. Because I'm telling you, if I didn't mean to cut you off, I'm just gonna add this in. If I'm the coach and I got PG and LeBron, and I'm sitting here saying, and somebody asks me, "Hey, Coach Huncho, who do you want to shoot the ball more, Paul George or LeBron James?" I'm gonna say, LeBron, you don't drive your big ass down in that paint and get them layups. I'm not picking LeBron's jump shot over Paul George's in 2024. I'm sorry, bro.
I would have never thought I would see the day where I would have to argue a conversation about LeBron versus Paul freaking George, bro. This is not even a really.
We're not talking about. We're not talking about LeBron from 2014, 2013. We're not talking about
last year, the season that just passed.
2022 LeBron. No.
Here, let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and start this. Seven is not on the script, so let me just make this up real quick as we go. We got 2 hours, so I mean, let me just say, I want everybody on the screen, so I want everyone to be a part of this. Okay, so let's put everyone on the screen real quick. Hold up. There you go. Perfect. Okay, so fellas, why is it going back? All right, fellas. Okay, perfect. Fellas. Wait, what's it going? I got it. I got it. Okay, cool. So, fellas, I'm gonna say, would you rather? And we're just talking about bags, okay? And LeBron James is the main guy, and I'm just gonna say, which bag do you prefer? This player, or like that? Okay?
And mind you, we're talking about current Braun. We're talking about current Braun.
Current Braun. All right, and I want everyone. I just want to see what everybody thinks. Okay.
Okay.
And by the way, I'm a guy that thinks LeBron's the greatest player of all time. Okay, so this is
no, you're not.
I love.
No, you're not. Not no more.
I love Bron. He loves Bron. I just want that to be heard. Okay, so LeBron James or Jason Tatum. And let's go off with BA.
Bag. I got to go Jason Tatum.
ZZ.
I got to go Tatum.
7.
I'll go with.
It's not hard.
That's good.
It is hard. It is hard. What you mean it's not hard?
Good that he got to think.
Bro. Even with all his inconsistencies, it's Tatum, bro. I'm sorry. It's Tatum. Like, come on. Man.
I'm trying to remember what Jason Tatum looks like on defense. That's the thing that's holding this conversation.
What does that have to do with bag?
That has everything. Like, how? Wait a minute. How is defense not a part of your skill set?
LeBron doesn't play defense though. You're not doing this.
But that's what I'm saying. If I'm gonna go with Jason Tatum, I gotta figure out, is he that great of a more defender than LeBron is?
He's younger.
Because
he's harder. Like it's like he gets
a lot of people younger than LeBron.
He's a better defender
than LeBron.
I'm going with LeBron. Defender. I'm going with LeBron. Give me LeBron bag.
All right, next player. That is getting crazy.
That's
all right. We're talking bags, so we're going Paul George. I already said Paul George. LeBron James, Jamal Murray, BA.
Damn, this one right here is a little bit closer. It's a little bit closer. Damn, can Jamal? If Jamal can stay on the floor, I might be going Jamal. If he can stay on the floor.
That's fire. ZZ.
Oh my gosh, Jamal Murray's bag or LeBron's bag?
2023 LeBron. Remember
Right,
that too.
right. So I'm thinking about.
Bro, 2023 LeBron averaged almost 30 points. Why you keep disrespecting him?
Yes, by shooting 30% from three as well. Like it's not like we can't. And then it was said 76% from the free throw line. You were just talking about free throws earlier.
Look at this
You put
live
LeBron at
chat.
the free throw line over Paul George. Like what? I would say Jamal Murray though, as of right now.
I don't like this live chat. I don't like this chat. Strange, cool guy. Flintwater, Henry Doof. I'm out to block all y'all. We not dealing with this.
See, hey, y'all gotta forgive Seven. He's living in a time machine. He's living in a time machine. Like he's still living those glory days.
And he said no. BA also said
another name. I need another name light out. I need another name.
Did you answer? Did you say LeBron or Jamal?
He don't even want to say it.
LeBron.
Okay. All righty. We got LeBron James, and let's see where 7 stands. I'm gonna start with 7 here. LeBron James or Kevin Durant?
This should be interesting.
This should be clear.
I'm gonna say my answer first because nobody.
No.
I still want LeBron. I want LeBron. I want LeBron. I still want LeBron.
All right. Z said KD. BA, who you got, bro?
KD.
100%. All righty. And then let's do 2 more, and then we'll
what?
And then
easily.
So let's say we're just living in nostalgia. All right. Let's just another player that is not the same anymore. And I think it's a great player to say. LeBron James or James Harden?
I'm taking LeBron.
I'm definitely I gotta go LeBron.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I didn't know what we said.
I'm sorry.
I have no problem saying LeBron. Yeah. And my final player in this list, LeBron James or the Spider, Donovan Mitchell.
Ooh, that's an interesting one.
Hey, the Spider go crazy. Spider go crazy. Spider will give you 72. He'll give you 70 as well.
So you got Spider?
Yeah, Spider give you 70 as well.
ZZ.
I'm going Spider.
7.
The disrespect is ridiculous. Like, yeah, this is ridiculous. It really is. I really got to talk to the boss about y'all. Like, Spider-Man, what? What does Spider-Man? What can Spider-Man do that LeBron can't do?
Shoot threes.
Yeah.
Sorry. Shoot free throws.
Offensively speaking, he could
Why
score
y'all act
more
like LeBron can't shoot a basketball, bro?
His bag is deeper offensively.
Here's the thing. I don't even want to say this right now.
Whoa. Say that. Hold up. Wait a minute, ZZ. Wait a minute, ZZ. Light out. Say that again.
What did he say?
What did I say?
Was it BA? I thought BA.
I need Light out to repeat what he said.
His bag is deeper offensively. That's what I said. Right now, his bag is deeper.
You heard the man.
I agree.
I mean,
how?
Here's the thing. People here, y'all. Here's the thing that I don't understand, because I know Seven's having a hard time understanding what we're saying, but I'm having a hard time understanding LeBron fans on this specific topic. Why are we acting
don't
like
include me in?
Why? No, you're in that too. Laker fans. I know Laker fans that were telling not. I didn't mean it like that. I mean you're with me, Ryan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Laker fans. I have seen Laker fans all last year talk about how LeBron James needs to stop shooting the damn basketball. I can't say that I've said that for Spider in his however many years he's been in the league at this point. I can't say that I'm saying that I need Donovan Mitchell to stop shooting the damn basketball. LeBron James driving in, the greatest driver of the sport, the greatest driver of the ball the sport has ever seen. We get all of that. Shooting wise, it is not egregious to say, and it is not disrespecting LeBron. We're just pointing out what we see. It's the same thing with the guy. I always compare him to Russell Westbrook. I compare him to
disrespecting LeBron. And you know why you haven't heard it, ZZ? It's because you don't see no damn national televised games for the Cleveland Cavaliers or the Utah Jazz. That's why you don't see nobody saying that about Spider-Man Donovan Mitchell, because he doesn't play on national television like LeBron do. So, of course, the vibes and the energy is going to be different. But there's no way in hell Any of y'all
Would that
can
be?
convince me that anytime Donovan Mitchell goes down the court and score 2 points, that LeBron James can't come right behind him and score 2 points. There's nothing that Donovan Mitchell can do that LeBron can't
But
do.
Devin, isn't that impressive
Y'all are
for
so
a person?
disrespectful for even saying that, bro.
But isn't that impressive that a person is not even he's not even national televised, and a lot of people still thrive on him, and he's still making all-star teams?
There's a lot of players every season that are all-stars that don't have that are not on winning teams. That don't impress me.
But I'm saying,
Here's my thing. What about LeBron's bag? Out of all the players, you don't even have to go D-Mitch. You said LeBron over Kevin Durant. That's what I want to have to talk about. What are we doing? What does LeBron do that Kevin Durant
because Kevin Durant is from a percentage angle, we talk about shooting. You want to edge it to KD, fine.
I'm more than edging it. I'm more than edging it. This man was shooting. His
point for
percentage
point
was in the 70s.
Point for point, LeBron can go with KD. We done seen it time and time again. Point for point,
not anymore. Not anymore.
What you mean, not anymore?
Not anymore.
What?
Not anymore.
Yo, you are insane if you think LeBron James can't score 40, 50 points this year.
Hey, the difference right now to me is leadership. That's the bag that LeBron's super deep in that KD is probably not. That's the separation. Yeah. Big separation.
Who has better court vision? LeBron. Who's a better rebounder?
But this is okay. So
who's a better rebounder?
Okay, I feel like we'd have different definition of bags, and that's what we're all
empty
getting
stats,
confused.
Man, 7 is good with these empty stats.
So these empty stats are crazy. Now, when I look at a bag, I look at what the player could do with the basketball in the sense of how can he score. Court vision could be part of it, but I never include defense when it comes to getting a bag. I just look at what they could do with the basketball and how they could score it. And so when I look at Kevin Durant and LeBron James, KD has a better 3-point shot than LeBron James. KD has a better midi. I mean, one of the greatest mid-range shooters of all time, right? Driving in, I'm going to go LeBron James. There's no debate. LeBron James is probably the greatest driver in NBA history.
He is.
Right? But when we're looking about like his KD's pure handles for a guy being a 7-footer that could just play like a guard, I'm going to give that to Kevin Durant. I'm also going to give it to Kevin Durant in the sense of, although he's not the same playmaker as LeBron James, but Kevin Durant most often or not gets doubled more than LeBron James.
Definitely
opening up the offense and making it easier for guys like D Book in today's season, D Book and Bradley Beal to score the basketball. So when I'm looking at all these factors of a bag, I still think LeBron is the better player, but I think Kevin Durant has a better bag when it comes to what he could do with the basketball in the offensive side of the end. That's it. That's my definition of bag.
I'm going to go off of that point just because I see this comment in the chat, and it's from Nuggets fan. Pull it up if you see it. LeBron took a lot of bad threes this year. ... His shot selection wasn't great at all. That's my point. When I watch LeBron throughout the Lakers regular season,
Nuggets fan, put some context behind that. Why though? You have to put some context behind that. Why?
Seven. There's no reason why LeBron James should be crossing half court, chucking 35-foot shots with 22 seconds left on the shot clock. That is egregious. That is stupid. Almost.
Yeah, it is. If the season before you were shooting 40% from three, it is. We know LeBron. We spoke about the heat check.
He shot 36% from three the year before. He shot 37% in 2021. In 2020, he shot 35%. I'll give him the decimal edge. But this season was the worst three-point shooting season, probably, if not in his Laker tenure. Oh, wait, hold on. 2019.
You know what's so funny? You want to talk about this is the worst shooting season in LeBron's career, and he knocked your boys out the damn playoffs. Who were the defending champions?
He still shot inefficiently in net. What do you mean? The commentators are telling LeBron not to shoot net series. What are you talking about? I don't care. He knocked out the team.
He is way more efficient. He's way more efficient.
I'm not disputing that KD is not way more efficient. And then I'm tripping on how Lighthouse says that he doesn't want to use defense as part of a bag. How? So basically, Patrick Beverly don't have a bag, or Dennis Rodman doesn't have a bag.
He don't have a bag.
Beverly does not have no damn bag. He has a man purse at that.
How do you consider not being a lockdown defender not part of your arsenal? That is a part of your bag.
Because that being a lockdown defender is not something that we use to identify with LeBron James.
Is he still a lockdown defender though?
Wait a minute. Says who? Says who? We definitely identify LeBron as a lockdown defender in Miami.
Okay, in Miami. We're in LA. We're in
Miami.
Across the United States.
In Miami for sure. Bro should have had a depoy. I'm with you on that. But in LA? Hell no. What are you talking about? LeBron.
Look what his responsibilities are. Look what his responsibilities are. So how could you even expect LeBron to play that level?
His responsibility. He played 55 games this year. How much of responsibility does LeBron have for a guy that only played 55 games? Meaning that the other games that he wasn't a part of, the responsibility was on guys like Anthony Davis that I think he played more games than LeBron James this season that we're not even talking about. Guys like Austin Reeves, a guy like Russell Westbrook in his tenure in the Lakers this season, these are responsibilities that LeBron doesn't have to worry anymore because let's go into the next subject real quick. I'll do the transitioning. LeBron James is exempt from the new rule of sitting 2 stars in the NBA, right? He's exempt. That rule does not apply to him, meaning that we're going to see less and less games throughout the regular season from LeBron James, rightfully so. He paid his dues. He's arguably, for most people, the greatest ever, or the second greatest, or top 3, top 4. Now, I don't know where you guys have him, right? But he's paid his dues. But no, he does not have the same responsibility as he had in the beginning of the Laker run or in Miami. And another thing with LeBron fans, and I'm including myself, we expect so much of LeBron James to do this regular season. We expect LeBron James to average 30, 10, and 5 or something like that. No, LeBron doesn't need to do that. LeBron is done. Not done. He's not done. He's not. Doesn't. The regular season doesn't matter to LeBron James anymore. We are just preserving LeBron James to make it to the postseason, and that's when he can play all these minutes. But no, he does not have the responsibility that he once had.
Is there such thing as a passing bag?
Before I bring you down, bro, I do want to get your thoughts real quick on our last topic of the show. I know you'll give a different standpoint, but we talk about the Los Angeles Lakers as a whole for this upcoming season. BA, can the Lakers be the best team in the Western Conference? And if not, what teams would you say is going to wind up being better than the LA Lakers this season?
Man, they can. They definitely have a shot. They definitely have a shot. I like this. The pickups this summer has been amazing. Like they've had the best free agent summer to me, signing summer of all the teams. Right now, the teams though, if they did not make it a team that still rivals them to me, I still have to go with the Denver. I can't go against Denver right now in the West. I want to say Phoenix, but I think they might need a few more. They need a bench. They need a bench, but I think Phoenix might be there with them. And another team possibly. I really want to say the Clippers. I really want to say the Clippers can do something. I really do. I really want to say the Clippers can do something, but I do not know with this health. I don't know what the health is looking like. I don't know if the extensions, the contract extensions, I don't know what they're going to do with that and all of that. But if everybody came back, that you extended these guys, they came back motivated, I believe that they can make a run as well and be up there.
Respect.
Word. BA, real quick, bro. Let everybody know before I shoot you down real quick. Let everybody know where they can follow you at and what you got going on with your platform, family.
Definitely, man. Y'all can all follow me at Get Your Bars Up Media on all platforms. I am hip hop, sports, and battle rap specifically. If you are into bars and getting your bars up, talking about lyrics, as well as getting in sports debates and hip hop debates, come holler at me. Got it. It's one-stop shop. And shout out to Players Choice, man. LAKERLAND in the building. Salute, fellas.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you,
guys. BA, I appreciate you, bro. I wanna get a panel going on later on, BA. I talked to Hank already, so I'll get with you to see what your availability look like for this evening or tomorrow for sure.
All right, light out, ZZ. Salute. Appreciate
Yeah,
you.
Sure,
appreciate
brother,
it.
man. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, bro.
Big Ox is in the
Big
chat
Ox
right
is in
now,
the
man.
building. Salute to our Players Choice family, the panel in the building. Big Ox, salute,
Dude,
fam.
I can't wait to whoop the King's ass this year.
Wow.
It's
Big
gonna be
Ox.
one of them ones, bro. So
Big Ox.
ZZ, what about you, bro? As far as expectations for the Los Angeles Lakers in the Western Conference, can they be the best team coming out the West? And if not, who would you put above the Lakers in this upcoming season?
The biggest thing with the Lakers is that they have the potential for sure to be looked at as a top team coming out of the West. When you think about this team, me specifically, I think about identity. That's a very important thing when you're looking at, especially teams in the Western Conference, because the West has always been the superior conference for many, many years. But the reason for that is because every other team pretty much has their identity. The Lakers' identity needs to be based more predicated on defense specifically. Also, their two main guys got to play. They got to play. LeBron played 55 games last year. AD played 56. What AD was able to do in his limited time, I think, is very underrated. And like you said, with Austin Reeves and the guys expected to, take a bigger step within the offense and things of that nature. If all goes right for this Lakers squad, I see them as definitely a top 5 seed at minimum, I guess. I can see them making a deeper run. Although a part of me, the realistic side of me is like, they're going to deal with injuries. They're going to either, waltz their way into the postseason or be solidified when the injuries, hit the breaking point. And it's like, oh, we got to rest LeBron for the last month and a half of the season or something like that. So if all goes right, this team is going to be a top 5 team in the West, a top 5 defense in the entire league. And as far as offense goes, I mean, they got shooters, they got Bron. They'll be all right. All goes well, though. They have to stay healthy.
Are you sold that this Lakers roster as constructed will finish out this upcoming season, or do you see some adjustments and things possibly being made because we know how LeBron James can play during that trade deadline? Like, how do you think that part of the game is going to play out for the Lakers?
If there was any Laker that I would say would be on the trading block, the first person that comes to my head is D'Angelo Russell. But that comes to a lot of people's heads as well, because when you look at D'Lo, the biggest issue with D'Angelo Russell is his consistency. Am I right? So when you're playing alongside LeBron, and for all to go right, everybody's got to play the position and do their part. When I'm looking at guys like Vanderbilt, or guys like Jackson Hayes, or guys like Mo Bamba, if you will, guys like that, there's Torian Prince, Gabe Vincent is another one. Christian Wood is another one. Those guys are going to have to play their roles and play their parts to keep their jobs basically on this team. Christian Wood, he can be on the trading block as well, even though I think that they're going to figure out how to work with him an efficient level and get him as a valuable bench piece to come off for Anthony Davis. But D'Lo is the main expendable guy that's coming into my head right now, because I think that if D'Lo isn't showing up, Gabe Vincent's going to take his minutes, and then eventually they're going to start giving him DNPs, and then eventually once the trade deadline rolls around, we'll see D'Lo in Charlotte. Like, who knows? But yeah, that's the one. D'Lo.
But based off of your argument, doesn't that decrease the trade value? If D'Lo doesn't meet expectations, what the hell could the Lakers be expecting to get for him?
Yeah, D'Lo's a different case, because like for me as a Warrior fan, watching him get traded from the Golden State Warriors and watching him come to the Warriors, and I was like, okay, everybody can see why D'Angelo Russell on the Warriors is something that the front office wanted to do, right? But then as the season progressed, D'Angelo Russell regressed, and they said, you know what? Let's flip this guy for Andrew Wiggins. D'Angelo Russell, I mean, it's that simple. The same thing, I can apply that logic to Chris Paul for the Warriors this year. If Chris Paul isn't living up to his standard by the trade deadline, he can be gone. They could flip that 38-year-old for something. Granted, it's something that the team needs. So like with D'Angelo Russell, if they flip him, they can bring in another defensive piece. They can bring in a rebounding piece. They can bring in another shooter, a spot-up shooter. It doesn't like whoever they need, whatever they're looking for in D'Angelo Russell and he's not providing, they can flip him for something that can maybe provide as much as they need or something that's sustainable. That's what I see.
Light out. You've been watching the game tapes. I know you've been researching, studying, getting prepared for this upcoming season. How far do you think our Lakers are going to go? Can we be the best team in the Western Conference? And if not, what teams do you project to be above us in the rankings?
All right. So, without being biased, I do believe the Lakers are a top 4 seed. Again, you gotta put factors in that LeBron is not gonna play every game. Anthony Davis is not gonna play every game. You gotta put those factors in when it comes to the Lakers. All right. But when I with the question, could they be the best team? I think as of right now, they have the best team constructed to go all the way and win it. I generally do think the Lakers have the team to win it all. They have the team to go all the way, win a championship. They have everything in their disposal. They got a guy like the guy on the screen, Anthony Davis and LeBron James. You got Rui Hachimura. You got Austin Reeves. You got Cam Reddish, that he is the biggest question mark to me because I don't know how he's going to play. That's another guy that we got to see because he's going to be coming off the bench. Can he play that Lonnie Walker role that Lonnie Walker was playing last season for the Lakers? That's another guy that we got to look at. But I do generally think that we're the best team in the NBA. And but if we're talking about seeding, we're top 4, top 5 seed based on LeBron and AD sitting out throughout the regular season. And if we're talking about if the Lakers gonna keep the team as constructed, because we know how LeBron gets during the trade deadline, everyone's in the trading block if your name is not Anthony Davis, no LeBron James. So I was going to leave it like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting season, and I don't want to put high expectations as far as a win-loss record for the Lakers. I do feel like it's going to be important for them to have home court advantage for at least a round or two when we get to the playoffs. I would hate to see them have to play the whole postseason, May and June, possibly on the road. So hopefully they can start the season off well. You know, they started off last year 2-10. They still found a way to get it done. So hopefully they can get a spot where as though they'll be at least playing some home games or get some home court advantage. But, I don't think the Lakers as a whole should be focused on trying to be the best team in the conference. This division itself, you got to admit the Pacific has gotten really good. I think last year was the first time in NBA history that all 4 teams from California made the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken. So you got to take that into consideration. But I think as long as the Lakers remain healthy for a real great sample size, I expect a lot from them guys. You think about the all NBA team, that rule as far as 65 game requirement, I believe. And then with the new rule this week put into play with the stars not being able to sit more than one in a game, like it will change a little bit. So I'm hoping that all of that works to the advantage of LA when we're talking about just from availability standpoint. But I'm not mad at those who still will put Denver above them when we talk about top teams in the West.
And we're talking about like the best, in my opinion. I don't know where you have them, 7, but Jokic to me is the best player in the world right now. I mean, I can't deny it. What do you mean, no?
No. Why do y'all keep doing that? It's like every time somebody wins a championship, they the best. Y'all did this with Giannis.
Wait, whoa.
Who's the best player? Who's your best player, Seven?
I said Jokic.
LeBron James is the best. Bro, why do y'all sit up here and keep capping, bro?
Ain't nobody capping. Why do y'all keep capping like he can't shoot? Like, why do y'all keep capping and telling LeBron,
I watch Joel Embiid give Nikola Jokic that work this season,
and I watched Nikola Jokic grow all the way in the postseason to the NBA Finals and say,
that's true. But let me ask you, when have you ever seen somebody work LeBron? Have you ever seen somebody work LeBron the way that Embiid worked Jokic?
Jason Terry, he held that man to 11 points, 17 points per game, 8 points in a finals game. What are we talking about?
You want to go back to 2011? Really?
You said, have you ever seen it? That was the worst superstar meltdown in NBA Finals history.
What about LeBron was 100%? No, Z. What about Jamal Murray this season in the Western Conference Finals? There was 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Jamal Murray takes it up, shoots it, boom, and LeBron, what's his reaction? He's like,
LeBron literally had to get that man props for shooting that shit in his mouth. What are we talking about right now?
Yo, 7, I don't know. Okay, come on. Let's just, 7, we got like, what, 5 minutes? How many minutes we got left, 7?
We got about 5 minutes left.
5 minutes left? All right, 7. This segment is for you. And I'm throwing you in the hot seat, 7.
We got to. It's like a
who is the top 5 best players in the NBA for 7? Who are those guys? And I want 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want the in general. I want from 1 to 5.
Top 5 players. I can't really go in no order right now, but I'll give you my 5 if that's fair enough.
Okay. But wait, talk about before you say LeBron. LeBron is number 1 for sure, though.
LeBron for sure.
Okay.
Kevin
so
Durant.
1.
Kevin Durant.
Okay.
Kyrie Irving. Joel Embiid. And I'll go Nikola Jokic.
So wait.
We gotta end the show.
Don't say a word. Don't say a word. Let out. Don't say a word. Don't say a word. Put the camera on me.
I'm clocking out. I'm clocking out.
Stop.
Make your LAKERLAND.
Stop. Kyrie Irving, 7, is in your list over Steph Curry. What does Steph do to you?
Are we talking about what conversation are we about to have as
Best
far as who's the greater player? Are we talking about who's the greater player? Or are you asking me who would I rather have on my team? Who would I pick?
I'm asking you, who do you think are the top, or Ryan asked you, who do you think are the top 5 players in the world? In the league,
position?
in the basketball.
At their position?
No, just so like, for example, my list would go something along the lines of Jokic, probably Giannis, maybe Steph or KD. Luka would be in that mix. LeBron is like probably top 7 for me. Joel is somewhere in that mix. Like those are the type like that. That's where I'm at right now. But me calling Jokic the best player in the world is specifically from an offensive domination perspective. If people say Giannis, I get it because he plays 2 sides of the ball better than probably anybody in the league. But Kyrie over Steph, and Lightout literally left. I don't know where he went. But like Kyrie over Steph, is that what we're saying, Seven? Is that what we're saying?
That's not what we're saying when we're talking about who's the top point guard. That's not what we're saying. But I answered that based off of my expectation of him saying, who would I select? Give me Kyrie before Steph, but I won't put Kyrie above Steph as far as the top point guard. No, I'm not going to be that disrespectful.
Okay.
But I'd rather have Kyrie.
Light out. I want to hear your take on that. Who would you rather have on your squad, Kyrie or Wardell, Stephen Curry?
Wardell. It's Wardell. It's Steph. 7. Is Jokic overrated?
Is Jokic overrated?
Whoa.
Yeah. Like
until last year. If you would have asked me this last year, I would have said hell yeah. Okay. But no. He is respected. He is respected as deserved. I can't take that away from him.
Okay.
But my problem was Light Out. I feel like the NBA be putting these international players at the front of the line. Back in the day, you had to work your way from 0 to 100 in order to get these MVP awards. You really had to work hard from the bottom to work your way up. It seemed because of the NBA trying to appease this global agenda and increase their presence globally, they're putting a lot of these international players at the front of the race only for them to have to lose. That's why year by year we keep talking about Jokic or Luka or Joel Embiid. I don't want to take nothing away from those guys because those guys are dope. But those guys for the last few years, when we talk about the MVP race alone, seems to be put at the front only to have to lose it. And that never really was the case before.
For valid reason though. Jokic had one of the most the first center in NBA history to get a triple-double in like how many consecutive games? I mean, he's the first center. What
hardware did it equate to? What hardware did it equate to? And not only that, because you can only have one champion. When I looked at before last year,
MVP needs to win a championship.
Before last year, the way Jokic played in the playoffs after winning the MVP was subpar. When Giannis won his MVP, the way he played in the postseason after he won his MVP was subpar. What year outside of last year when Nikola Jokic won the MVP did he supersede in the playoffs?
Okay. When was the last? No. Zizi, 7. When was the last year that an MVP won an NBA championship the same year?
It wasn't Giannis.
It's been quite a while. It's been
So
quite
why-
a while.
so- so why
but
did-
again, what I'm talking about, if you watch the game, those guys in particular had came up unrealistically short in April and in May
It
after
wasn't
winning the
unreal-
MVP.
It wasn't unrealistic for Jokic though.
How?
You're not putting.
They didn't get
Why
past the
not?
second
The
round.
whole team was injured.
They were. Jamal Murray and
Hey,
AP were not there.
You can't push the goalpost when we talk about teams
Okay,
dealing with
hold on,
injuries.
hold on,
I'm not blaming or saying that Nikola should have won the NBA championship 2 years ago without Jamal Murray. I'm not saying that at all. But from an individual standpoint, he did not play MVP type basketball in the playoffs.
He averaged in that 5-game stretch, because I know because I watched it, he played against the Golden State Warriors. He averaged 31 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, a block, shooting 58% from the field. And let me see. The only way that he got off was 28% from 3. 28% on 3.
What did it do for him?
On 4
Where did it take him? Where did it take him? Where did it take him? In a 7-game series versus the Golden State Warriors with somebody going against a team that don't even have nobody that could compete with him at that big man position.
Draymond
can't compete with Jokic.
That was the difference. Draymond plucked the ball away from Jokic in the clutch in that series. I remember that. I think it was game 4.
If you want to bring Draymond's name up, then I got to look at Jokic funny. Because I don't put Draymond on the same level as Jokic.
No. Here's the thing. I'm not putting him on the same level as him, but if you had to ask me which power forward or big man in the league that I would trust from a defensive standpoint to contain Nikola Jokic, I'm picking Draymond Green. I might pick Joel Embiid as well because I think Joel Embiid's defense has become underrated because everybody shitted on him for his postseason production. However, that was something that you can attribute to injuries. When we look at Joel Embiid, that was the guy that you just talked about. Joel Embiid won an MVP and had one of the worst postseason drops that you can look at from an MVP, if not the worst. So
that's the example you should have said.
You can attribute that to Joel Embiid getting injured. I saw the TikTok from Mars the other day being posted by Players' Choice. But the sense that Nikola Jokic dropped off in any way, shape, or form in the 2022 NBA playoffs in that first round, when he was the only option that they had for offense, rebounding, playmaking, or what have you, that's crazy. That's nasty. I don't like it. Nikola Jokic is one of those exceptions where it's like you look at Nikola Jokic's postseason numbers for his career. In his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 postseasons, he's averaged 28 a game, 9 rebounds. 12 rebounds, 7 assists, a steal and a block, shooting it at 53% from the field and 41% from 3. Those numbers for a center are the greatest shooting numbers that I've seen so far.
Not only that, Z. The
60
year
seconds left,
after,
fellas.
the year after, what happened to Jokic? They won the NBA championship with the whole team.
Great.
Was he the MVP when they won it? Was he the MVP when they won it?
He came second.
Was he the MVP when they won it? Was he the MVP? Yes or no? Yes or no?
So why does it matter if you win MVP and you have to
yes
win
or no?
NBA championship?
Yes or no?
Why
Did you
does
win
it matter?
Yes or no?
Because
it does. My whole point was the performance in the postseason versus winning the MVP in the regular season. That's why I referenced Giannis as well. I gave you a 5-year sample size of this performance.
Let's reference James Harden. Why did he didn't win? Let's reference James. We gotta go.
We gotta go.
Hey man, this was LAKERLAND episode 4. If you like it, smash the like button, violate it. Do whatever you need to do. Episode 5 will be out on Tuesday. If y'all liked it, you know what I'm saying, rock with us on our socials, PC LAKERLAND all over Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and some more. Me and Ryan on there, me and Seven on there, all doing our thing on our own personals. If y'all enjoyed the show, drop a like, drop a subscribe, whatever. And this has been LAKERLAND episode 4. Shout out to the PC family for giving us this opportunity. Shout out Shaq, Claire, Haley, Fluent, and the rest of the guys and girls all the way. We'll see y'all on Tuesday.
I'm pissed.
No doubt, man. Salute to you guys. I hope everybody stays safe. We will be back in the mix 7:00 p.m. Eastern Tuesday here on Players Choice. Make sure you guys, again, smash that like button before you go. If you guys are new to the Players Choice platform, it's the only choice that matters. So make sure you guys subscribe, become a member as well, be a part of the Players Choice family. We got so much sports content, 7 days a week. We coming at you guys like a machine gun. So get ready, man. We got a lot going on. Special shout out to Lakerland, everybody out there in the live chat. You guys have been dope. As we saw as a brief recap, it looked like ZZ got the first jump ball, one-on-one debate win. We'll be back at it again Tuesday night, man. It's been a great show. Go ahead, Light Out.
Oh no, I was gonna say 7 versus CZ on
Me versus 7.
Yeah,
on Tuesday. Let's
going down. It's definitely going down. Light Out, you got any final thoughts before we sign off, bro? Real quick.
Yeah, 7. I'm coming for you on Tuesday. That's all I gotta say.
All right, y'all. Y'all be safe. This is Lakerland, and we are out. Peace, guys.
Love you guys.
Peace.